days and nights to its destination. Such is the power of the holy water that often those who carry it enter a deep trance. In a rare practical concession, the writings in the lontas allow that holy water is contagious and that a single drop added to a container of fresh water will also render that water holy. Here, using holy water, the women of the sacred kitchen wash the rice to be used in the offerings to the gods. The Melasti March is one of the most spectacular of the events building up to the great day of sacrifice and exorcism. It is the time when the statues of the gods kept in the temple of Besakih are taken to the sea for purification. The gods are invited to take up residence in the statues and thus give them life. The 33-kilometer march begins with an escort of 1,000 people who represent every village and the 4 castes that make up the population of Bali. Over 200,000 Balinese will join this great walk, for it is believed that this procession is, in fact, the symbolic carrying of all the evil in the world to the sea to be washed away. Despite temperatures and humidity at a maximum level, the entire 33 kilometers will take only 6 hours. late afternoon as the huge crowd approaches the sea. The people have marched since morning with only a little water and rice to keep them going. To the Balinese, the sea is not a friendly place. They do not regard it as a benevolent supplier. The sea is the dwelling place of the most fearsome and malevolent demons and monsters who must be constantly placated. It will be well into the night before the purification ceremony will take place, and before a young buffalo will be sacrificed to the demons of the sea. The Balinese do not regard live sacrifice as cruel. All animals used as sacrifices will be automatically reincarnated into a higher form of life, perhaps human, a great gift of the gods. It is almost as if the animal is aware of its destiny, as it does not struggle or attempt to resist. A great stone has been tied around the neck of the young calf, and the boat will now be taken out far into the inky sea, where the monsters are known to dwell. There, the young animal will be thrown overboard. Later that evening, both the crowd and the gods are entertained at a nearby town, where, until the early hours, great stories are told of kings and demons and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The procession begins again at daybreak with a 4-hour march to the holy temples at Cinnamon, where the gods will be shown, and where for a day they will rest. Later this day, while the gods rest, 9 other ceremonies take place at points throughout Bali. Each of these ceremonies will involve the sacrifice of live animals, and they are intended to purify the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Of these 9 sacrifices, the one of central importance is the sacrifice to the fiery Gunung Agung. The fear persists among the people that the angry mountain and the gods who dwell within it may yet reject man's efforts to restore the balance of the earth and once more breathe its fire upon the land. It is a back-breaking 15-hour climb to the 11,000-foot summit of Mount Agung, where the sacrifices are to take place.
Aturan pekelan, nangis selamat.
Saya niji, ada.
Ye, makin nentan mau ke kamar.
Pak, tak teman. Dapat bukan di situ.
Ini, Pak.
Ambil itu ambil.
Ambil punya bayi. Bang kami ada ini kintan.
He makin sampun keten, malih sampun iki.
Nggih, minat sampun.
Sampun. Niki dak kelamaan sini.
Gunung Agung does no more than growl and seems satisfied. On the third day, the great procession arrives back at Besakih. Most of the people have slept no more than a handful of hours in 3 days, but before they can rest, they must place the gods in residence. This is the day when almost one of every creature of the earth, sea, and sky that inhabits Bali must be sacrificed. The sacrifice is aimed at harmonizing man's world and everything in it. It is intended to redeem all negative forces and to allow all creatures to regain their divine forms. The Lontas even speak of the sacrifice of humans during previous Eka Dasa Rudras.
Sani dan mapan-mapan, sani nenter makarya merantau sen wawalunge keluar kami. In a grand parade of death, every creature that is to be sacrificed to the demons is led 3 times clockwise around the temple to symbolize eternity. Among the doomed creatures is an anteater, a weasel, bats and beetles, porcupines and badgers, and a rat from the sewers of Denpasar. There are ganders, a crow, and a peacock, all the fish of the sea, and a once ferocious shark. A great crocodile is carried in a wooden crate, too fierce to be allowed to move freely within the procession.
Malah diolah. Jeruk, hidangnya kemantan, ambut, dan enaknya kan. Balik, balik. Lihat tuh. Ambil. Lihat.
Each beast is tapped with the sacrificial knife of the blacksmiths, which renders it symbolically dead. It is considered a great final honor that these creatures are so blessed.
Pinggir aja dikit.
Nikahin dikit.
Ya, sampai.